I think they're more worried about that than winning or losing. And a lot of that again is, to spread the NBA love to fans who don't get to come to games. You know what I mean? To have the world champions just go play in Berlin. The people who can't physically come see them play, bring it to their front door. So that's more important, the message and those type of things, than worrying about if Kawhi Leonard should step up and be the man right now, because that will come in time. And honestly, that won't be his time until Tim Duncan retires. And it won't be his time until Tony Parker retires or Tony Parker's on another basketball team. That's just plain and simple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The things that he doesn't require him to step up and be the man, because he is the man. He guards the other team's best players every time. He does a great job at it. Mm-hmm. Like we was talking about LeBron James, giving him praise about, always keeping his poker face on. He doesn't talk, he doesn't smile, he doesn't laugh. He just plays basketball. Yeah. And he plays. LeBron also raved about his defense, and that's exactly what he does. He plays defense and he rebounds. He knocks down open shots. He runs the floor. He finishes. I mean, Kawhi Leonard is gonna have a great NBA career, and there's no need to rush things. Just stay where you are.
Yeah, and that's something I really admired about him. How we were talking about a few shows ago, how Luol Deng and how some players just do their role, and they don't need to do too much, And by them doing the role, it consists like them playing defensively, scoring when they need to score. He does
what it takes for. Excuse me.
Oh no, go ahead. No.
Doing what the team needs to win. LeBron James does it all the time.
Yeah.
People want him to shoot the last shot, but if he sees somebody open in the corner, he's going to give the ball up.
Yeah, because it's a better chance.
It's natural to certain players. Kawhi Leonard, one of them players also.
Yeah.
See somebody open, he give the ball up. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant is a takeover. They take over the games by themselves type of players because they was in them type of moments.
Yeah.
We've seen LeBron take over the game by himself. He can do it.
Yes, he can.
Kawhi Leonard can also do it, but hey, what you going to need to do? You got Tim Duncan and Tony Parker on your team.
Yeah. And see, that's what I admire about the Spurs, that they don't care who scores, It's like a basketball team. We have these 5 players that are playing and some players that come off the bench, and it's just like we're chemistry. That's what's going to get us the W's,
That's the definition of a good basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
A basketball team that doesn't care who scores, you know what I mean, or who gets the glory, because you learn from playing on good basketball teams. You learn that you get the most glory when everybody gets glory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's much better to get praise and glory when your team is also getting praise and glory, as opposed to, it being bittersweet. Oh, I had 30 points, but we lost by 15, 20 points. No, like, who wants that?
Yeah.
Who wants that? Only selfish players, you know what I mean, are content with things like that.
No, yeah, that's very true. And I think the Spurs, they could make it back to the NBA Finals. They're a team that is just incredible. I mean, it's just, I don't know if you noticed, but like the past decade, they've been a team that's top 3 almost every year.
They know how to win in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I believe they save their energy until they get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
They go. Don't get me wrong. They go hard every night. But they save the energy till they get to the playoffs. So they know they only need 4 games to win to go to the next round. That's what I think they focus on. Like, as we get in this playoffs, we play this team. We're going to focus on this team. We just need 4 games. No matter where, we need 4 games.
Yeah.
A lot of teams probably don't do that. They just go out there and play.
I don't know if you noticed, but when the Spurs have the best record in the NBA, they don't go far. But when they don't, they go far, which is pretty crazy. And to talk about they do what they need to do in the playoffs. It's like it doesn't matter what position they're in, they're going to figure out a way, And just having a great coach, that's like the best thing.
It might sound crazy. I believe they got like an idea of it. Like if they down 15 and there's 4th quarter with 9 minutes left, there's no need to try to come back. We already they know they're in the playoffs already. I think they're just fully best players out. Like there's no need to try to come back. We need to save the leagues to the playoffs.
Exactly.
So when we get in the playoffs, we go in. But probably back in the past when they was younger, they probably leave them in the game and trying to come back and get that win.
Yeah.
Instead of now, they just take them out the game and just say to your legs, hey, we gonna get this one up. We just gonna get them next time.
Yeah. and that's what consists of veteran team compared to like teams that are just barely getting together.
Yeah.
Players that stick together are familiar with each other, and that's very important to know how your teammate is. And so by them being together, and like how you said, they developed when they were younger, they noticed that, you know what, I don't need to get this game. We could get them back in the playoffs.
Yep.
And just getting that spot is very important. I mean, you could see the Knicks in 1999 when they had the 8th seed and they made it all the way to the finals just by believing each other, you know? And that's what basketball is all about, is believing your own teammate. And that's why LeBron James, Magic Johnson, John Stockton, like they don't care if they are the star of the team. They're going to give it to a player that's wide open because it's a better chance of scoring.
Yes.
You know? And like Steve Kerr, when he scored for the Chicago Bulls in 96, when he won that game 5, Michael Jordan passed it to him, and he made that game winner to win the whole thing. That's crazy. I mean, there's just players and their abilities of knowing where, and especially knowing, okay, he's gonna be in the corner, because that's you got to know where your partner is gonna be at, because at all times when you lose sight, it's like, oh man, I got to take this shot, you know. And it's just like, if you're not ready for that, it doesn't look good, you know. It's better to help your team to make them look better, you know. And I think the Spurs are just they're gonna be good for a while until Tim Duncan, and then once the veterans start retiring, you know, then they're gonna have to think about to rebuild. Yeah. And rebuilding is a long process. It takes time. And that's where the Lakers are at right now, you know, for losing all the good players. So, but yeah, we're gonna go into break. Next, we're gonna be talking about Paul George changing his number. He's not 24 anymore. He's PG-13 now. So sit back, and we'll be back, folks.
Before the fight, German-American spies were indicted for subversion against the United States. So that was going on. And the whole atmosphere around the fight is filled with political implications.
The fight of June 22nd, 1938 was a can't-miss event that everyone tuned into.
Lewis then cracked in with 2 straight lefts to the face and brought over that hard right to the head.
There were radio hookups, of course, to Germany. There were radio hookups to South Africa.